Greetings, fam. This is Kenny with Terrell Say What? Listen, I am using a deck that reminds me of one of my favorite shows growing up, and that is the Star Trek The Next Generation Tarot deck. So, my friends, listen, I remember growing up, this show would come on around 10 o'clock, right before the 11 o'clock news. And I would lay in bed watching it next to my mom and my twin brother. And it would be just such an exciting moment. And wow, some days I go back and binge this series, and you should too. So I'm curious, Fram, what or who was your favorite character? What was your favorite episode? Do you know? If so, leave a comment and let me know. Also, my friends, if you're not following my channel on YouTube, do so right now. If you're not subscribing to my page or liking my page or following my page on Instagram or other social media, do so right now. I could really appreciate your support. Okay, my friends, let's get into these cards. First, I forgot, we need to look at the guidebook. So this deck, actually, okay, so it was written by Tori Schafer and illustrated by Nicky Barkla. Big ups to them and their work. You can see on the back, we have pictures of the main cast. Okay, I'm noticing something. The name of the suits are changed. The suit of cloaks, the suit of latinum, the suit of Atlas, and the suit of starships. Okay, my friends, let's now get into these cards. Okay, wow, really great guidebook. I'm loving some of the pictures, not some, I'm loving the pictures. Um, yeah, I'm actually liking this so far. Okay, so I've already taken the package and wrapping off to save us some time. Okay, you can see the back of the card. It says USS Enterprise and then NCC 1701-0. Okay, now, okay, look at the cards. Now, the first thing I'm noticing, aside from who my favorite character is, and I'll tell you in a second, is that the cards are kind of flimsy. Yeah, can't really handle these too much. I'm not a big fan of a flimsy deck, and these are extremely, extremely, yeah. Anyway, so let's get into these cards. Okay, Major Arcana, you have the Fool, and this is Data. Now, this is the character I love the most. In fact, I patterned myself after this character and one other character. I'll show it to you when I get to them. So we have the Fool, we have the Magician, and we have the High Priestess, and this is the other character that I really loved, and I think my career closely matches that of Data and the Counselor Choi, the High Priestess. So the Fool and the High Priestess. Okay, so we have. I'm going slow at this. We have the Empress, the Emperor. Okay, these are really flimsy cards. The Hierophant. Just set these down. The Lovers. The Chariot, of course. Strength. Interesting. The Hermit. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Again, interesting. I may need to go back and review the series to see, the connection. Justice. The Hangman. Death. Oh, I remember this. Temperance. The Devil. So when we think about the Fool and the Devil, yes. Love that. I'm going to say my commentary, it's bringing up a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings from watching the Star Trek growing up, having a twin brother, seeing when this Data's actually brother or twin, if you will, came into the episode. Interesting. Okay, the Tower, cyborgs, the Star. That's interesting for the Star. Absolutely interesting for the Sun. Okay. The Moon, Judgment. Oh, episode 1. And the World. Okay. So next we have the suit of cloaks. We're gonna go and figure out what the cloaks are when we see. I think we kind of get a sense. The Queen of Cloaks, the Knight of Cloaks, the Page of Cloaks. Okay, and then we have their ship. So I'm going to just move past those really quickly. You can kind of see them on the screen still. That's good. Just flipping through those. Well, I really want to know who is your favorite character, what thoughts are of the show that you have today. You know, I've never been to a Star Trek convention. I think I probably should go and probably would enjoy it a lot. Okay. So now we have the court cards. There's the king. Here's the queen. We see the knight. We see the page. And this is going to the other suit. Looks like more. So I'm guessing this is, who are these? Okay. So I'm probably doing you all a disservice by not even telling you what the different suits are. I thought it would be more intuitive. I know this was probably more pentacles. Let's see, what's wrapping up? Okay, then we have the King of Batlets, the Queen, the Knight. You know, okay, here's a sword. You know, yeah. I mean, I'm okay with the deck. I think it's more the childhood nostalgia that's really drawn me in. Otherwise, it's an okay deck. I'm going to certainly use it. I'm going to certainly enjoy it. I think one of my thoughts on decks that bring up some like pop culture type things that I tend to associate with the character in those episodes. And I think that, you know, when we think of being more intuitive in our approach, you know, what makes sense? You know, what do we draw on? I think every source we can draw on is important. And then you just have the different suits. Let's see. So let me go ahead and see what the different suits, since they've been renamed, what they stand for. I wish it was a lot easier to see this. The suit of cloaks is, it doesn't say here. I can sure we can figure it out. Okay. The suit of cloaks represent adventure, ingenuity, and revelations. The suit of Latinum represents finance, fortune. The suit of Atlas represents conflict, power, and judgment. The suit of Starship represents emotions, relationships, and imagination. So we can get into that. Okay, so I'm going to, since I said I'm going to use this deck, I am going to, first, we're going to go through the process. Okay. Now, we're going to pull out these 3 cards that we'll be using today. Gosh, this deck is so flimsy. Like, it doesn't shuffle as well as I would like, but I'm still excited to see what comes out of it. Again, the deck is extremely, extremely flimsy. Wow. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of flimsy decks, my friends. But that's neither here nor there. I'm always appreciative when we have any new decks that come out. Okay. Now, this is not a well shuffled deck. This is the well shuffled deck. I'm not even going to give you a deck that's not well shuffled, and let me do my due diligence and actually shuffle this deck. Anytime if I am doing an initial shuffle, and if the cards fall out in the exact order from the suit or close to, I know I'm not shuffling well enough. So we're just going to keep going until, okay, so we're going to have to go with that one, I guess, and trust the guides that today's message reveal. Okay. Okay. We're just going with that one. Okay. Because that's what was jumping out. Okay, so my friends, here are the cards that I'll be using today. We have the Ten of Cups. I remember that these are the cups. I think these were the Five of Cloaks, and cloaks represent, I want to say, wands. Let's see. You're in my process, my friend. This is the process. Let's see. Adventures of Romulus to the fire. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. We have the Five of Wands. And we have Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so these will be the cards that I will be pulling from today. Check back in a little bit, and I'll post a reading and get everything set up. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. And again, if you're not following me on Instagram, do so right now. If you're not following me on TikTok, do so right now. If you're not subscribing to my channel on YouTube, do so right now. If you haven't commented, like, reshared, do so right now. I could appreciate the support.